Yo guys, Haku here with what will probably be a pretty short video, but it's just going to be on where I think that Zou will go from here, or where I think One Piece in general, the storyline's going to go from here, the order that we're having the Wano and Zou and Big Mom stuff to happen, because normally I put out theories, and I don't like to put out theories that a bunch of other people have already done, or that I think they're going to do, so I like to think of crazy off the wall stuff to put out there just to have new ideas to discuss that isn't the same thing that every other YouTuber has, so it's not being repetitive and useless really. So this is going to be a bit different than those wild crazy predictions, and this is going to be more of a normal, steady, just things that I think are going to happen and the order that I think they're going to happen in. So, yeah, not a big, huge stretch with this one. This is just general order that I think the storyline will move in. Now, the first thing I want to start with, now that I've wasted like a minute with that, is that I think when we come back, we're going to have the introduction of Raizo. And I think we started out at Zou's hindquarters, and we've moved up to now, I think we're at the nape of the neck with the whale forest and all. So I think that Raizo may actually be at Zou's head, and when we go meet Raizo, we may actually talk to Zunisha, the elephant itself, because we know it has a name by the minks, and I don't think it's a big stretch to say that it could possibly talk or communicate with Haki in some way. So I do think that we may meet Raizo and also meet Zunisha itself, and have a conversation there. And if we do, when we do, because we're coming back on a break, so something big's probably going to happen. Big things usually happen at the end of a break. I think that it's not a huge stretch to say that if we talk to Zou, we could get something big, some new knowledge about the Will of D or the world government and the Tenryubito, or Celestial Dragons. That could happen. Or I also think that we're likely to get a new threat arriving on Zou, like the return of Jack, or maybe even Edward Weevil showing up. The second one's a little bit doubtable. I don't think Weevil's going to come into the story until we get into more with the former Whitebeard pirates and Marco. But I don't think this threat's going to be handled immediately, so to speak, because I think that Luffy's going to take a group, and it's going to be Luffy, Peckham's, and Nami, Chopper, and Brook, because they are the three Straw Hats that were not at Dressrosa for the majority of the arc. I think they're going to leave, and I actually think they're going to take at least one mink with them. That is probably going to be Pedro, Carrot, or Wanda, one of those three. And I think they're all going to go try to save Sanji. And I will later, I got really off track there. In a theory video that I'm making tomorrow, because I want to also give you guys the weekly theory or whatever, I'm going to talk about more about why one of the minks may go with the Straw Hat, Luffy to... we'll go with Luffy to go save Sanji, because I think that something's going to happen with the conversation with Zou, and Zou is what my theory tomorrow is going to be on. So yeah, that group goes to save Sanji, and everybody else, the samurai, Zoro, and the Dressrosa Straw Hats, and the minks are all going, or the majority of the minks, are all going to stay on Zou for now, because they're going to be traveling to Wano. So one of three things can happen when they meet this threat, because they're going to have some sort of threat. They're either going to meet it here on Zou and have to fight it, like Jack's going to show back up on Zou, or they're going to meet them on the way to Wano, or once they arrive at Wano. And either way, we're not going to learn about that until after the Big Mom arc. Because I think when Luffy leaves, we're going to follow his group, and follow his group through this Big Mom arc, however long it lasts, which could probably be very long, because, I mean, Dressrosa was very long. So I think we could get that happening, and once we finish up with the Sanji and Big Mom and Germa 66 arc, then we're going, while the Straw Hats, like the group with Luffy, is heading to Wano after that, we're going to have another sort of flashback type arc like we had with Zoe, where it's going to tell us what Zoro and Law's group was doing, how they fended off the threat at Zoe, were on the way to Wano, and how they got to Wano, and what happened when they got to Wano. We'll sort of have a flashback arc about that, and then the actual Wano arc proper will start as soon as Luffy hits Wano and meets back up with Zoro and Law's group. So in general, my thoughts on the arc order that I just talked about are, we're going to have a little bit more at Zoe where we talk to Raizo and Zoe itself. Then Luffy's going to take his small group that I talked about earlier, and his group's going to go, and we're going to have the Big Mom arc and the wedding arc, whatever you want to call it. Then once that's over, we'll have a short flashback arc about what Zoro and Law's group did while the Big Mom arc was taking place. And then once Luffy's group gets to Wano and meets back up with them, we're going to have the Wano arc. And I don't think anybody can predict any further than that, because there are a lot of other places, there are a lot of other storylines, a lot of other things we could get after that. I mean, we could get, Food Voltan or something like that, or Elbaf, the Land of the Giants. We could get something with Shanks and the Kid Alliance. We could get something with the Whitebeard Pirates and Weeble or Buggy. So there are a lot of things that could happen after Wano, but that's too far off to really make an accurate guess at. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Like if you like it. Comment down there what order you think things will be done in, what you thought of my thoughts. Just leave your own ideas about what's going to happen. Just discuss it if you feel like it, I guess. Subscribe for more One Piece, because I'll be doing it at least 3 or 4 times a week. Even on weeks when it's off, I'll find something like this to do. Same thing for Tower of God and The Walking Dead. I do both of those at least 3 times a week, and even on The Walking Dead breaks, I will be doing videos at least once a week on breaks for those. So, yeah, that's about it. Oh, and two anime reviews every week, plus whatever random other stuff I feel like. Thank you guys also very much for watching. Follow on Twitter for updates, and I will see you all next time.